What's up, guys? Okay, so I've got water going in this thing now. I got the rocks all in it. I kind of scaped it. It's not exactly artistic, but it'll do the job, so that's all I'm looking for. I didn't want it, you know, too crowded with rocks. I wanted a lot of open swimming space for them and stuff like that, since they're, you know, mostly open water fish. But I do like the rocks. I like them in there, so it's okay. It's, like I said, nothing fancy, but it's cool. And then, sorry again about not bringing you along. I just kind of wanted to do it. I didn't want to set up the camera and set up the tripod and try to not be in the way. I just wanted to get it knocked out really quick. So sorry about that. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like, you know, putting rocks in a tank is like the most awesome thing to watch anyway. So yeah, I did film some other stuff, so we can do that in a later video. I just kind of wanted to get this one out and get it going. But yeah, I got about 100 gallons of water in it right now. It's looking good, no leaks, which is awesome. And I think it looks okay. So pardon the noise from the hose, and let's take a look. Water's obviously murky. I'm filling it up. I'm not doing it slow like I did last time because this sand is already pretty clean. So it's not too murky, but it'll take a while to clean up, but it's all good. So I got my lights kind of set up on a rack here so I could have it above the tank, so I could actually see something while I was putting rocks in. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, so just play the waiting game. Let this thing fill up. It's about, I don't know, what do you say? A little over a third of the way full, I guess. So we'll just keep filling it up, checking for leaks, seeing how everything's going, but it looks pretty good. Glass is obviously really dirty, but I'm really excited to get this thing back up and running. It's been a long time since it was set up, and I'm stoked. It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna have a lot of room to swim. Definitely an upgrade from their current 55-gallon fish tank they're in right now, kind of their quarantine thing. So they'll be stoked, I'll be stoked, and it'll be awesome to have the tank back up and running. So stay tuned. I'll show you guys when it's all filled up at the end and cleared up, and then I suppose the next step is going to be putting all the filtration and the water circulation devices on, and then we'll get to putting fish in this bad boy. Alright, so this is the next day. It's cleared up just a little bit. It's not too bad, but it's not too great either. I just hooked up both FX5s. One's noisier than the other one. I think maybe the impeller is a little old or wore out, or it's got a groove in it, or something's going on with that because it's pretty loud. I'm sure you can hear it in the background. I've got my two 950 gallon per hour Aquarium circulation pumps on either side, kind of making you know, some flow right here across the front this direction, and then the other one's over here on this side, pushing it along the back, so we're getting kind of like a whirlpool type deal. Both the intake and the outlet for each FX5 are on either end. I've got the Eheim Jaeger heater right there, and I'm waiting on my Fluval E-Series digital heater. I got the 300 watt one. I just wanted to try some new tech, see how it works. I know some people complain about the low flow setting on those, and other than that, they get pretty good reviews. So we're gonna try one of those out. I'm still waiting for it in the mail. So I guess we just have to wait for this thing to warm up and for the water to clear up. And then I've got some cycled media out in the quarantine tank that the peacocks and haps are in right now. So I'm kind of cycling those, kind of getting some pre-seeded media going. And then, so I'm gonna put the Sun canister filter with all that pre-seeded media on this tank when I go to put the fish in it. I don't think I'm gonna cycle it from scratch. I did it last time. It's not a big deal. I just use fish flake food and just put some in there every day and just monitored it with my master test kit, and it was okay, but I don't really want to wait 2 weeks to put fish in this thing. So yeah, so I think I'm just gonna use that pre-seeded media, hook up the Sun in conjunction with these guys, and just let the beneficial bacteria build up over time. As you can see, there's one of the 950 GPH pumps right there, outlet for one of the FX5s, intake, kind of got them spread out, kind of weird, but I think it's gonna work. So I got minimal rock work. Not as pretty as last time, like I said earlier, but you know, I like it still. It's still okay. I got a little skimmer on here too, just to kind of pick up some of the debris. As you can see, it trapped a bunch of crap, but I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's just a bunch, yeah, you can. There's a bunch of crap just floating on the top of the water, and I just can't stand to film on the top. It just bugs the crap out of me, so I like to skim all that off, and I usually run the skimmer 24/7 just to keep the top nice and clean. Although there is pretty good surface agitation, you would think it would mix all the proteins and stuff in, but it just doesn't do a good enough job. And it's in my living room, so I kind of want it sort of quiet. I don't want it to sound like the Bellagio in here, so that is that. So that's kind of how I have this hooked up. I need to cut that zip tie off, and this isn't permanent. I think once I build the cabinet, I'm gonna route these things really nice and clean and symmetrical. That way from the top it looks really good, and you won't be able to see anything unless you lift the lid. And then of course, down under the bottom, the wiring is I just have everything plugged in. I'm just getting it going, getting it started, just kind of getting some water movement going on so I can get this thing going and get the fish in here, and then I'll clean it up later because it's not that important right now because I don't have cabinets on it or anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put pegboard all along this back wall and get the little pegboard hooks and route all the wiring in like a nice little harness. It's going to look like a freeway on the back wall, but it's going to be cool. I'm going to hang some of my supplies from the pegboard, and then down here I just have some crappy old tiles that I set this on just to get it up off the carpet a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is get the remainder of my plywood that I used for this new top piece here, and I'm gonna cut those to fit, and I'm gonna screw them to the stand so I have a nice base. I'm probably gonna stain them just so they look nice and they're sealed from water. So we got a lot of cleaning up to do, but as of right now, it's going. So water's still cold. I tried to add, I put about 15 gallons of super hot water in here, but it's just not enough for all this, so we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, my skimmer fell down. Suction cups are no good. But yeah, so this is what I got so far. Today is Saturday, and I'm hoping I'm going to get this out to you guys on Easter. I know most of you will be busy, but I'm sure you'll find time to watch some of this at least. So yeah, trucking right along, good to go. Just gotta hook up the Sun, get it cycled, warm this baby up, and we're ready to put fish in. So stay tuned. I think that's going to be on the next video. I think this is going to wrap this one up. So this is what we got so far. Nothing major, nothing too crazy, but I just wanted to let you guys know what the heck is going on around here. So this is what we got. Thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned till part 7. Later.